Hello and welcome back to my next video. I'm Chaos to the power of 10 and we will play today... today's next and hopefully last part of Find Love or Die Trying. So last time we discovered the computer room and figured out that Cat has a loved one and she wants to escape with us together, but we have to watch out if she will betray us. Let's start. But Cat stayed. Our business wasn't finished just yet. What's up? How am I supposed to trust you? I want to trust you, Cat, I really do. But you have burnt me before. How could I ever trust you now? That's fair. The only thing I can say to try to make you trust me is that we both have people we care about, Kay. And that if you don't escape, then the person I care about will go down with you. Oh. I'm not asking for you to put your neck out for me. You will never have to. I'm asking for you to help somebody that you have never met and you never will. We want to escape together. How can I not met them? Somebody innocent. It's strange. This woman has put me through hell, treated me like a lab rat and more, and yet somehow I think she's telling the truth. Honestly, it doesn't really matter if you do trust me. You will see tomorrow that I'm going along with Violet's plan either way. I will trust you, Cat. I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. Don't be. I literally shot you. She did. Like back then. I think that earns you the right to be angry and more, no? I have gotten to know you over these past years. Not for more than a couple weeks straight, but I got to know you. And I think you are rude and manipulative and have no problem lying to my face. Hey! Can we skip to the part where you compliment me? No. There is no compliment for you anymore. You had enough. You are also incredible, Cress. You keep secrets from everybody and you're finished. But I don't think you are a bad person. Every time the show ran, you always talked to me to make me feel like I wasn't alone. And you made sure I never lost hope. I know that was never part of the job, you didn't have to do that. Yet you did it over and over again. It must have been so tiring to you that over and over, full well knowing that we were doomed. I don't know why you are doing all this, but I believe that you do care about helping people. I'm flattered, Kay, but you have got me wrong. What do you mean? Everything I've ever done for you, the others, it's been for my own selfish reason. It just happens to line up nicely. So I appreciate the compliment. Unlike before, I couldn't tell if she was telling the truth. We went our separate ways shortly after. I spent the rest of the night helping the others with preparing for the plan. I was exhausted when I went back to my room, but I still couldn't fall asleep for several hours. It's as if something on the tip of my tongue... It's as if something's on the tip of my tongue, but I just barely can't grasp it. Yet somehow I know I'm closer than I've ever been. Our plan is to escape with the yacht. Today. Like this day. Cat was true to her word. Instead of having another date on the 6th day of the show, she planned a huge party for the staff instead. A thank you for all your hard work party. As soon as she told her staff that Violet would be cooking for the event, all of them dropped everything and helped preparing for it. While the staff prepared the party grounds during the day, each of us were hard at work, making sure other parts of it went well. Violet cooked mountains of food as if her life depends on it. In truth, it did. Yui was playing games with the staff outside. It didn't take long for her to become a fast favorite for them. I'm pretty sure half the staff were playing the games just so they could get her to notice them, and she knew it. I have to admit, I'm really impressed by Yui. The plan is really coming together. Tara and Scarlet joined forces to make sure all the staff joined the festivities. Tara used Kat's producer room to find any stragglers who hadn't joined the festivities. As Tara found them one by one, Scarlet turned on the charm and made sure that they came with her to the party. Then when it was time for Scarlet to switch to her other mission, Ellie took over, though I'm told she employed more force than charm. You are going to the party! Meanwhile, I ran around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to make sure every part of our plan was going smoothly. And for once, it did. A few hours later, we had every staff member on the island partying their lights out. Everybody's here? You bet. You should have seen the ones that tried to run. Tried to run. Poor man. I made sure everyone who came stayed too. Perfect, everybody's eaten? Oh, is there sleep stuff in the food? As they should have, it is fine food. Looks like it's all going according to plan. I'm just going ahead and get to the fun part. Scarlet pulled out a remote from her pocket and pressed a button on it. A few seconds later, fireworks were shooting into the night sky above the party's ground. The cheers of the staff were like thunder. And with that, the plan is going as smooth as can be. Great job, team. I still love this little... No. We owe you one, Yui. Right back at you, Ellie. We cheered as firework after firework lit up the night sky. Whoa, are fireworks supposed to be this bright? Come to think of it, these fireworks are practically blinding. I have to say, I did a pretty good job with these fireworks. Though there might be some side effect to watching them from so close. Let's worry about that later. The fireworks were the signal to those trying to escape that there was nothing left to do except wait. It's going to be a long night. I know what we said before, but it'd be such a shame to spend tonight just worrying over what may happen tomorrow. We might live, we might die, same as any other day. How about instead we just dance the night away? You know what? That sounds great. That sounds lovely, let's do it. Come on, let's dance like there's no tomorrow. Yuck. Don't be like that, Tara. It would be good for us to blow off some steam. Dancing sounds like exercise, and exercise... Ellie picked up Tara over her shoulder. And away we go. Come on, come on. Scarlet grabbed my hand and pulled me with her to where people were dancing. The others followed close behind. They sure are carefree, huh? Some things never change. Maybe we'll get out of here tomorrow. Maybe we won't. I hope we do, though. I like to think that one day we will look back and remember this day. It was the most fun night I've ever had out of the nights that I can remember. We lived like there was no tomorrow. And now we will find out if there is a tomorrow for us. I'm worried. We waited in the darkness for hours, waiting for the boat to come. The plan was simple, yet had no room for error. First, we need to make sure the boat really is coming. It's later than usual. You think they are on to us? No, it will just be a little longer. It's cold. There's no point worrying about this at this point. If they are onto us now, we are already dead. All we can do is wait. We waited for an hour more, then another. We were losing hope. I guess we are... It's here! Cat pointed towards the ocean. We all looked in unison? Just as she said, the boat was coming. It looked huge, despite how far it was. It must be massive from up close. Alright, it's only going to be a few minutes before it reaches the shore. Let's book it back to the mansion. Second, we need to get back to the mansion before the boat reaches the shore. From what Cat told us, the staff will physically inspect the mansion to make sure we are there. We can't rely on overriding the feeds. If we are not there, they will sound the alarm and our chance of escaping will go from slim to nil. Nil? According to Cat, it's how I got corked last time. Oh? We made it back to the mansion and rushed to our respective rooms. I turned off the lights and jumped onto the bed and pretended to be asleep. A few moments later, I heard the sound of somebody opening a door. It must be them. There was a mechanical rhythm to it. Footsteps, a door would open, more footsteps, a short pause, footsteps again, a door would close, repeat. Over and over, closer and closer, till it got to my room. I tried my best to make my breathing sound natural. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Footsteps. A second later my door opens. I can tell there's probably about 5 people. 5 people at one door? Right now? And I'm sleeping. Breathe in. They are walking closer to me. Breathe out. I can tell 2 of them are in front of me. They are muttering somewhere under their breath. You have to pity her. Come on, she could do better. Rude? Breathe in. Hey, something's wrong. It feels like my heart stopped. Breathe out. They're moving closer to me, step by step. What's that? Breathe in. I think it takes everything I have not to move when every nerve in my body screams to run. This is it. They are onto me. I can't help but ball up the fist of my hand. Never mind, we're done for the night. Let's head out. Sounds good to me. I heard them walk further away from me than outside the room. Ooh. Finally, they closed the door. I breathed out like never before. On to the next part of the plan. We regrouped downstairs. That wasn't so difficult, was it? Like taking candy from a baby. Wait, where's Tara? I'll go check on her. If on cue, Tara came running down the stairs. I'm I'm good, don't worry about me. And I definitely didn't fall asleep just now. Sure. I didn't buy it, and the rest of us didn't either. Alright, back to the problem at hand. We may have avoided the detection from now, but now there's going to be upwards of 100 guards on patrol between here and the boat. There's little to no chance we can all make it there without being seen, but it's a chance we'll have to take. Actually, we have just the thing for that. Courtesy of Scarlet and I. What's that? Well, we went through all the trouble of preparing such a big party for all the staff. It would be a shame if we didn't give them a little extra to chew on, no? Oh, sleep. Sleep! Yay! You didn't? Oh, she did. It was like an absurd scene from an art house movie gone mad. No, the brain stuff. Brains! Bananas! Brains and bananas! Not again. Okay. Brains accounting should have hundreds of zombies littered the field. Unnoticed? That will not bring up attention. You know, I can't believe we ever let you make shit, Scarlet. You better be glad that you did. Now that I think about it, couldn't we just have put a sleeping agent or something like that in? Where's the fun in that? Well, we still have to go past them to get to the boat, right? Don't worry about it. I've got a fair share of experience in taking down zombies. That's true. Something about that rubs me the wrong way. Don't worry about it, let's be on our way. We managed to sneak out of the mansion without much of a fuss. As soon as we got into the forest, it was smooth sailing. There were just a few zombies in there. To be honest, how much Scarlet enjoyed herself taking them down was more concerning. I'll worry about that when we got off this island. For now, I will focus on getting out of here. A few moments later, we made it to the beach. The boat was clear inside. Wow, it's huge! Let's not waste any time. We rushed onto the ship and ran straight for the captain's deck. You guys wait here. It's practically guaranteed that the engine's been tampered with and I need to fix it. If I know my father, he'll do it just the way it was last time. You know what, Kay? Come with me just in case. Maybe that's where the crew members are. Leads the way. It was pitch black inside. Kat had to shine a light to see anything. Strange, where are they? It's a trap. It's a trap. Well, let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Found it. Chalk it up to my dad outsourcing everything to the grunts. This is child's play to me now. Kat got to work fixing the engine. Watch my back. We still don't know if we are in the clear and this is gonna take a minute. Got it. I turned around and kept a lookout. It was almost impossible to see anything though. Since when were you a mechanic? Honestly, since my first failed escape. I had to teach myself there isn't exactly a trade school on this island. If I hadn't, I would never be able to help anybody escape this island. I'm sorry I didn't trust you before, Kat. Don't say that right now. I get it now, why you did what you had to do. Keep talking like that and you will raise a death flag for the both of us. Jeez. We can talk more later, if you would like. In the meantime, this boat is fixed. Nice. Let's tell the others and get the hell out of here. We ran back to the others and told them the good news. At the same time, Cat revved up the engine of the boat. We were good to go. We literally jumped for joy as the boat started to move. Gosh, I can't believe it. We are really doing this. We are finally getting out of here. It is hard to believe, but it is true. We did it. Wait a minute. No, you don't have to thank me all at once. We really did it. Thank you, Cat. You really saved us. You did. We wouldn't be able to get to this point if it weren't for you. She sure looks like there is something happening. Like, there's no need to thank me, and then that look. Something will happen. I actually should apologize that I didn't do any of this sooner. The intercom rang out. Cat turned white as a sheet when we heard a voice that was all too familiar. No. Damn it! Damien! Ding, ding, ding! I guess you learned at least something in school, Cat. Not enough clearly, but hey, it's something. That's got to win a participation ribbon somewhere. You knew what I was planning? Of course I did, dearie. Dearie. That's a word I cannot say. Dearie. I made you. I know exactly how you think. Ugh. And I have to thank you. Your mother would be proud of the show you have given us these last 2 years. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to tell you? While you were busy filming Kay and those other bitches, my team was filming your brave attempts to save these idiots. Gives the audience a little more reason for why they should stay in line, you know. After all, if I would do this to my own daughter, imagine what I would do to someone who wasn't. You are a monster. Flattery will get you nowhere, Kit Kat. Well, it doesn't matter now. Do whatever the hell you want. We are getting out of here. We fixed the boat and there's nothing you can do to stop us now. Of course. We are getting out of here. Saying garbage like that is just playing with fire, love. The earth started to shake even though we were on the boat. I could tell the island was rumbling. In the distance, a metal barrier slowly rose out of the ocean all around the island. It climbed higher and higher till it cast a shadow over the boat. Higher and higher, till the only daylight we could see was just from a circle above us. We were trapped. How about we play a game, little rats? Damien spoke down to us from some kind of holographic screen on the walls. He gestured to some kind of machine behind him in what looked like a strange kind of stadium. I've got myself a little switch here that controls the barrier. One push of this and you would be free to go. It would be easy for you to waltz on in and flip it. We have gotten rid of all our security. But this switch is only going to work if you have 2 people's handprints with producer-level clearance. So you have got Cat, but you will never be able to get mine. He pulled out the same gun I had been shot with before, so don't let that stop you from trying. The hologram disappeared with a click, leaving us in an uneasy silence. Our hands are tied. We have no choice but to go back. Hello? He's got a gun. He'd take us all down before we even have a chance to grab him. We have got no choice though. If we wait here, it's only a matter of time before they can send people after us. I guess we have to head back to the beach. Let's turn this around, we got an ass to kick. No, that's exactly what Damien wants you to do. The turning around part or the ass kicking. I will leave that to our imagination. Damien has a script that he wants to see play out. People try to revolt, fail, and get killed. I guarantee you, if we do just that, he has a plan for it. He will find some kind of way to turn us against each other, and then none of us will be making it out of here alive. Even so, we can't just stay here and wait until we are out of time. Okay, and I will go to flip the switch. Besides, we are the only two people here who can do anything about it. We have an agent over there and somebody who kicked zombie asses over and over again, so we are the only ones that can do something about it? Are you sure? What do you mean by that? I thought that only you and Damien... I will explain on the way. There's no time, Kay. Are you ready to run? I won't allow it. There's no way we are letting Kay go back there without us. You said it, sister. I'm not letting you all lose your one chance of getting out of here. Scarlet, please, you know exactly what Damien is capable of. I don't like this cat. I know. Let him go. Believe me, I hate this. I hate this to my core, but Cat's right. Kate didn't waste a moment. She reached for my hand. Before I knew what I was doing, we ran off the boat together and back to the mansion as fast as we could. I was running on pure instinct, like my body had done this before countless times. I looked back to the boat just once, but I couldn't help but linger for a moment. I could tell from their faces that they wanted to be running with me, not waiting for us to come back. I'm going to make Damien pay for making them suffer like this. We went back to running. I followed Kat's lead. It's earlier than I'd planned, but there's no time like the present for exposition about your past. It would be good to know why I'm running with you. Would I happen to be resistant to bullets? That would be helpful. We will find out if you are together. Though if you look at your history, I would say no. Hey, I survived the time you shot me. I'm pretty resistant. Touché. Before you came onto this show, you were a producer just like me. We used to work together? We were partners? In more ways than one, though. That was forever ago. Living and working on this island was the only life I would ever know. I had ever known? It sounds awful, but I didn't have a problem with running these shows. There was nothing different to compare it with. But then I met you. I have got no idea what would bring some like you to this island, but meeting you changed me. She smiled like I had never seen before. You made me see that there was a world out there that was beautiful. You made me hope that I could be a part of that world one day. And you helped me realize that we needed to shut this place down, if we wanted there to be a world out there at all. For years we worked together to free as many people as we could from these death traps shows. We'd ship them away to safety, fake their deaths, everything. And we did just that for a time. Then Damien started to suspect something was up. Each day he got closer and closer to figure out until I knew we couldn't stay any longer. But it was too late by then. Damien caught us. You mean you betrayed me? I can't remember much, but I remember you and we were together. And then you sold me out, right when we were trying to escape. Why? It's like I said before, I didn't have a choice. And I still don't. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore, and I don't expect you would. But we need each other's help to get off this island now. Was she pregnant? Do we have a kid together? That would be an innocent person she has to save, right? Since both of us are technically still producer, we can activate the switch if we work together. We don't even have to take Damien down, so I doubt he'd let us use it that easily. Can you trust me enough for that? Honestly, I don't know. Part of me wants to trust Kat, the same part that unconsciously remembers that I did for years and years. But how can I forget that betrayal, even if she had her reasons? Sure. I'll keep an eye on her. When we got back to the mansion, Kat made a beeline for the lab. I ran with her as fast as I could. Our footsteps on the winding metal staircase echoed like a thundering drum. You are about to see the real reason why the show is on this island. Kat took out her master key and slid it into the hidden socket in a wall behind one of the tanks. Nick! Don't say I didn't warn you. The same wall split into 2 doors, slowly revealing another hidden staircase. You think you guys could get an elevator instead? I said the same thing. As soon as I took one step down the staircase, I could tell something was different. Something was telling me that I shouldn't go down there. Come on, we don't have time to waste. I have got nothing to lose. With each step down, it grew darker and darker. Eventually, I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. Then, light. Blinding light. And applause? Applause? Oh. What? Welcome, you finally made it. Damien's face was plastered over countless screens in a stadium that could fill tens of thousands of people. Countless cameras littered the seats, all focused on center stage. A battleground sprawling with maze-like walls of all shapes and sizes, and littered with guns. What? Thanks to the walls, we couldn't see Damien directly, but we knew he was here from the screens. We wouldn't have a show with you idiots, so I'm glad you actually came back. Oh man, you couldn't even bring back the others? You are no fun. You just really gotta make me work, huh? Anyway, congrats on making it this far, etc, etc. I gotta say, I'm proud of you for making it here, daughter of mine. I'm impressed that you remembered your old hunt just from a few seconds of video. No thanks to you, you dirtbag. Is that any way to thank someone who gives you room and board? You gave Kay a way nicer room than I ever got. Blame your mom for that one, kid. Anyway, how about you be a dear and explain the game we've got going on here. The switch we are looking for is somewhere here. The problem is, so is Damien, and he's got a gun. And more ammunition than he needs to kill both of us. What about the weapons on the ground? Maybe there's something we can use to level the playing field. It's all we can do, but the odds aren't in our favor. Most of the weapons laying around are useless. They were meant to make people lose hope that they could fight back. Most is better than all of them, at least. Well, yes and no. There's no hope to lose if they knew all of them were fake. That's Damien's MO. He'll give the people trapped on his show just enough hope for escape, and he will use that to trap you. Real ones among the fakes, boats and planes when you are trapped on an island. If we are going to make it through this, can't fall for his game, understand? Loud and clear. Then let's go, there's no time to waste. We ran from wall to wall, taking cover between each time. Whenever we had the chance, we'd pick up what looked like a gun and see if it was real. We only had seconds to check for each one. Damien was hot on our trail. A gunshot rang out below, blowing a hole through the wall Kate and I were hiding behind. How thin are these walls, and how did he, is he cheating? Has he one of those wall seeing through thingies? See-through thingies? What's the matter? You are like two rats in a lab. He fired again. Shrapnel from the walls grabbed my arm. Fuck! It was like my arm had been lit on fire. Hey, you okay? I will live, don't worry. We need to find a weapon. And we need to find the switch. We ran behind another wall, narrowly dodging another shot from Damien. It dawned on me that he wasn't even trying to hit us. He was trying to make us scared. And it was working, but why? He's reloading, come on. We dashed out from behind the wall and ran past Damien, looking desperately for the switch and for any weapons we could find. I managed to pick up 2 pistols. Cat did the same. Damn, looks like they are fake too. How's your looking? I took a look at the first one. Upon further inspection, it was clear it was no more than a plastic toy. But the second one, Cat realized it's the same second I did. It was real, with a single bullet loaded. Alright, that's good, let's... Another 2 shots rang out, blowing a hole in the wall, just next to where my head was seconds ago. Fuck! How come he gets that fucking hand cannon? The budget's got to go somewhere, I guess. Anyway, we've got the gun. That's probably the only real one in the stadium. We need to find the switch now. Even with a gun, we are no match for him. Sounds good to me. We ran further through the stadium, opposite the entrance, until we were square in the middle of the stadium. And there it was. The switch. You would think they'd have hit it better. Damien's laughter echoed through the arena as he repeated on the screens above the arena. Congrats, you found the switch. Is it a fake switch? It's a damn shame. I forgot to mention something about the switch there. It won't do jack shit, even if you both have access, as long as I have got a heartbeat. Oh. That's not good. And I plan on sticking around. But I'm not heartless. In fact, I think I'm a pretty decent guy for what I'm about to do. Cat looked like she had just seen a ghost. Cat, K, I've got an offer you can't refuse, but only one of you can claim it. If either of you kills the other one, I will let the one left standing go. We'll forget this ever happened and call it a wrap on Find Love or Die Trying. I will even let the survivor leave this island. I can even guarantee I'm telling the truth because this is airing live to the world right now. People bow down and get in line because I tell them the truth. Because they know I keep my word. They wouldn't believe me for a second if I ever went back on it, you know? Not a bad deal, huh? Especially considered that if no one takes that offer, I will just kill both of ya. I'm giving you 5 minutes to decide, then I'm coming for you. But didn't he say we cannot use that switch as long as he has a heartbeat? So he cannot give us freedom as long as he has a heartbeat? The screen shut off. Cat and I looked at each other, a mix of horror and fear on her face, and there was no doubt that mine mirrored hers. Kay, I can't imagine what's racing through your head now. You probably think I'm going to betray you again, right? Mm-hmm. I was at a loss for words. You don't have to say anything. Look, I can't blame you for doubting me. And honestly, if you just show me right now, I would be okay with it. Touch me right now. Because then you would be free to go. I know Damien will keep his word. But if there's even the slightest chance that you want me to be able to escape from here too, then I need to ask you something that I know sounds insane. What's that? You want the pistol? Yeah, I would say. I need you to give me the gun. The only real one we have got. Look, I'm not stupid enough to not know how that sounds. The simple reality is, I have known you for so long now, and one thing I know about you is that you are a terrible shot. That could be. Me? I'm as good as you can get on this island. I think I'm our best bet to taking him down. But I understand completely if you are not willing to trust me. If you think I am lying. I get it. And if you don't trust me... She closed her eyes and pressed her finger against her forehead. Then please just make it quick. The gun in my hand had never felt so heavy. On one hand, a guarantee that I can make it out of here alive. On the other, trusting Cat. Can I trust Cat after all that she's done to me? Can I really believe her word when the memories that can prove or deny them are lost to me? I've got no time, I have to choose. I think this game wants us to learn that people deserve a second chance, I guess, even though I believe that this could be even the third or like 20th chance we gave her. Still, I believe that this game is something about trust people, get to know people, you know, work together, in different times, difficult times. So, yeah, okay. We will not kill Cat, because then we are the only ones that get out of this island. He never said that the girls will go. He never said that. And so he cannot say, oh, but you said it. You are breaking your word. So the only way to get us all out of here is trusting Cat. I hope I don't say weird things. Okay, we trust Cat. I trust you, Cat. The music is a good sign. I held out the gun to her. You do? After everything I have done? After everything you have done, yes, I still trust you. I know you have been forced to do some awful things to people that didn't deserve it. And you only wanted to save some innocent person. But I know there's good in you, and I believe in that good. Take it. Thank you, Kay. She took the gun from my hand. I won't let you down. Well, if you do, it's not like I'd be around for long enough to regret it. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Yay. We decided to seek Damien out and try to get the drop on him, rather than waiting for him at the switch. My heart was practically beating out of my chest. I couldn't tell if Kat was as nervous as I was. If she was, she hid it with the same poker face she always had. We dashed to another wall for cover, looked around and repeated. How much time has passed? It feels like we've been looking for him for hours with the pressure, though I know it can't be more than a few minutes. As a minute passed by, I could tell Kat was growing more and more impatient. She trained her gun wherever she looked, her trigger finger ready to shoot our only bullet at any time. Left, right. That was the wrong way. Left, right. I glanced around and looked to her and back again. Her hands were shaking. Look left. Look left. Look right. We've only got one shot to make our break it. Look back to Kat. She's checking a corner ahead of us. She looks left, she looks right. She looks left, she looks right. It takes everything I have to stay focused. Don't think about dying, not even the possibility. She turns to look back at me. That's a mistake. Oh no. Damien's working closer and closer from behind her, with his gun resting on his shoulder. He can't be more than 10 meters away. He slowly lifts the gun off from its resting position. Before I know it, I'm running towards her with everything I have. Something is making me run. Something I've forgotten. Something I'm just starting to remember. It's the two of us at the beach. I can see it now. How many hours has it been? We made it to the ship, but it wasn't enough. The alarms were deafening. Security was going to be here any minute. And our only saving grace, our ship, wouldn't start. That's it then. I'd never heard Kat ever sound so desperate. Well, at least we tried, right? Who else can say that? She lowered her head and leaned on me. No, we are not giving up yet. We are not giving up just yet. There's nothing we can do, Kay. The engine broke and the guards will be here any minute. We've got at least some weapons. It's not over yet. I grabbed the precious few firearms we had and split them between us. There are two of us and hundreds of them. There's no point. Not to mention, you're a terrible shot. You're right. Taking them head on would be suicide. But that's not what you will be doing. Me, I'm just some nobody. But you are the big man's daughter after all. Your word means a lot to them. Oh, did I plan this all? She was horrified. I would be too if I were in her shoes right now. No, I won't let you do this, Kay. We don't have a choice. Look around. Look, I'm not happy either, but us both dying here would be worthless. But if you live, you get a second chance to make it out of here. A second chance to see the other side. I know, but what's the point if it's not with you? You will have to find that out yourself. They are almost here. Come on. We are running out of time. Her hands were shaking. It looked like she was going to drop her gun any second. I hate you for this, you know. I know, and I'm sorry. Ah. She slowly raised her arms and trained the gun sights directly at me. And now we wait. Can you do me a favor? What's that? Don't shoot the face, please. I'm rather proud of it. I don't know what I would do without my supernaturally good looks. She lost through the tears. I would have still loved you even without them. Right back at you, Cat. She kissed me for the last time. I love you, Kay. I love you too. Sorry, but it's gonna be that face. Let me just take off the safety. Wait, I didn't sign up for this. I heard my favorite sound one last time. I could hear the guards coming now. We have only seconds left. On the bright side, I won't earn you $10. Our bet? She laughed. I think it's pretty clear who won the bet. I could see the guards now. My time is up. What makes you say... You did it. Huh? I'm alive? Everything hurts so bad, I almost wish I wasn't. The shock must have knocked me out cold. I cocked up blood as my vision flashed in and out rapidly. Too fast to tell if I had been fatally shot. It was all I could do to try to stay conscious. It's as you said, Father. Anyone who breaks our law must be punished. I could just barely make out her voice, but it brought comfort to me. You really do take after me? You have made your old man very, very proud. Oh, will you look at that? Look like our little hero's got some life left. You know, Kay, you are in luck. See, the whole escaping thing, I'm afraid I'm going to have to fire you. No surveillance. I tried to make a witty comment back, but the only thing that came out of my mouth was corked up blood. But you are in luck. A new opportunity's just opened up, and I think... He kicked me in the stomach, then rolled me over with his foot. You would be the perfect fit. He laughed as he crushed my palm under his foot. You might think I'm going soft on you, but not killing you outright? He looked down at me, then back at her. But mark my word, you will both wish I had. Do whatever you want, I don't care about Kay anymore. He laughed maniacally. I never did like Kay much anyway. My vision's fading. His words turned to vapor as I could feel myself crumbling into nothing. The last thing I saw was her face. She was holding her river bag with everything she had. Who are you going to fool with a poker face like that? Cat. I love you. Always have. Always will. I'm so sorry for what I have forced you to do. Even more so, I am so sorry that you will be alone now. But I hope one day you will understand. Oh. That turns it around a bit. Flashback to reality. I have almost reached Cat. I push myself to run faster and faster. Faster than I have ever ran in my life. Cat doesn't see him, but she sees the alarm going off in my eyes. Damien points his gun at his daughter. He's preparing to take the shot. Cat starts to turn around, but there's no time. Damien's finger pulled back on the trigger. What am I doing? I see the world turn to slow motion. Why am I throwing away my life for Cat? These memories, they are mine yet. Not at the same time. Who can say if I'm the same person as before, who loves her so much? Who can say if these memories from a completely different me compared to what I am now? There's no time for answers. Even if I have forgotten you over and over, somewhere I remember you, and I know that I would do anything for you. I run past Cat and throw myself in front of her, because I love her. I would have thought we'd jump her and we just go down together. A gunshot rings out. It's like my body is struck by lightning and set aflame. He fires again and again. Undescribable pain ripples across my body and shot after shot rips through me. It's not like the movie where someone can stand after being shot over and over. The firing stops and my vision starts to fade. I can barely hear him reloading over the sound of my body screaming in agony. My knees buckle. I start to fall. As I fall, I can see Cat with a gun trained on Damien. There's no fear in her eyes. Her hands aren't shaking, but she's biting her lip so hard that I can see it bleeding. The last thing I see before the dark takes me is her finger pressing down on the trigger. Wake up, Kay. Please don't die. What's happening? Am I alive? I never heard her sound so desperate. Please just wake up. I can't lose you again, not again. It took everything I had just to open my eyes and breathe. Cat was cradling me in her arms with tears streaming down her face. Thank God, don't pass out again. You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, Cat, I coughed up blood. Save your strength. Did you get him? We did. That's great. The switch? We should be able to get it now, but you are in no shape to walk. And to be honest, I'm not in the best shape either. I looked up at her and I felt my heart drop. You have been shot. I am shot. I'm shot like, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. And she laughed. Yeah, now that I know what it feels like, I'm even more sorry for shooting you back then on the beach. There was nothing else you could have done, Cat. That didn't stop me from regretting it every second of these past 2 years. That day I made a promise to myself. It didn't matter how many people I would have to hurt, or how much I would have to hurt. I have to hurt. I would get you off this island alive and well, even if it was the last thing I did. Even if I had to see you fall in love with somebody else 100 times. Even if I knew it meant I could never be with you again. I made a promise back then, and I will keep it even if it kills me. Alive and well? Well, partly. Slowly, Cat tried to lift me off from the ground and onto her back. She screamed and coughed up blood as she tried to lift me up. Stop, you're going to get yourself killed. Then that's exactly what I'm going to do. She lifted me onto her back and took one step back towards the switch. Oh, I forgot that I'm female, so we cannot be pregnant in this scenario. Yeah, I forgot. I told myself back then. She stepped forward again, her legs were trembling. That if you weren't leaving this island alive, neither would I. Another step closer. Because I love you, you know? One more step. I know you don't remember most of our time together. Her breath was getting wretched. She takes several steps and have to pause for breath. Honestly, I'm glad you even remember bits and pieces. I'm grateful for whatever I can get. This switch is inside. And maybe the you I fell in love with doesn't even exist anymore. We are so close to it, yet so far. But I would like to believe it's still you, Kay. That you are still the same Kay that I fell in love with. We are just steps away from the switch. That I'm still the one you love. She laughed bitterly. Just wishful thinking, I know. We are here. We made it. You just... She cocked up blood again. Need to put your hand on the scanner. Can you do that? Got it. I used the last of my strength to reach my hand forward. With every inch I drew closer to it, my vision grew darker. I pushed harder and harder with everything I had. Got it. My turn. Done. All that's left is to pull the switch. Sorry, Kay. I'm going to have to put you down for a second. No problem. Cat gently rested me on the ground. Fuck, I can barely stand now. She tumbled towards the switch. She managed to catch it with her hands and used it to keep herself upright. Here we go. The moment we'd all been waiting for. She pulled it with the last of her strength. Is it working, or is it a trap again? A second later, she fell to the ground by my side. The cacophony? The sound of machines filled the stadium. That must be the barrier opening. We did it, Kay. I'm sorry, Chaos. What for? I don't think we are getting out of here after all. I can't even move. It's okay. We had a good run, you know? I guess you could say that. At least the girls will be able to get out of here. They deserve better than to die here. I love you, Kay. Always have and always will. For these last 2 years, I dreamed of us starting a new life together, somewhere far from here. But I guess life's not like the movies. Dreams don't come true. I wish we could have met in a different place, a different time. Maybe, just maybe then, Kay, we... Cat? Her eyes were closed. Streams of tears went down from both her eyes. My vision blurred even more as tears welled up in my eyes. We could have met in a different place, a different time. I'm sure our story would have been so different. I wish we could have, Cat. I tried to move closer to her, but my body refused. It was all I could do to move my head around. I looked around in futility for some kind of miracle that could save us both. This is too sad an ending. The girls will come? I looked to Cat. I looked to the heavens, which had all but abandoned us. I looked behind us, and I saw what could only be described as angels. Our girls. I tried to speak, but no words would come out. I must be dreaming. I must be. But can they save us both? The world turned to black. Am I dead? If I keep asking myself that, it's bound to be right sooner or later. But somehow I think there's more to come in my story. And I know there's one person that I want to spend the rest of it with. I love you. Oh, really? I have to choose now who I really love? After that? Like, you have know all the backstory and all that. Oh my god, we lived together and we betrayed us each other. Like, and now you want me to get together with one of the other girls after you told me all this like backstory with Cat and... Sorry, I hit you again. This video, like this game, bound me to hit my microphone. I'm sorry for that. After that backstory, the only one right now that I could choose is Cat. That's the only person I can choose right now. If Cat wouldn't be that like tragic love backstory character, who would I choose then? Like if Cat wouldn't exist, let's say, okay? Then maybe I would say Scarlet. Scarlet or Violet? Wait. No, Scarlet. Violet is the blonde one as far as I know. Scarlet is the red one. That's why Scarlet. Okay, Scarlet. Ugh. But with the tragic backstory with Cat and our character, the only person you can choose right now is Cat. Everything else would be like, oh yeah, we had something serious back then, like before all this BS. But now I changed my mind because, like, over the years I loved so many other women. Like, yeah, but are these true loves? Well, it is still. It's hard, but I would say like it was our original love. So Cat, just eh. And out of our remembrance, she is kind of like everybody else, like a mixture of all of them. And that's quite, like, I liked everybody of them, so don't get me wrong. But Cat is a mixture, a little bit of everybody of these. I woke up in an unfamiliar room. Is the room shaking? No, it's not. I tried to get up. When I ended at 2, well, that's a little bit high. 20, what is that? 20? Oh, maybe, no, wait, that is breathing, I guess. Could be. Breathing 15 is okay. 99 is O2 in the blood flow, that's fine. I don't know what this 20 is. And like the blood pressure is 100 to 86, and that's fine too, especially since we male have lost a lot of blood. So our blood pressure is lower and our pulse, like 102, is higher to like level it out a bit. It's fine. All of that is fine. I still don't know what this 20 is. I have to look it up. And that was a little bit of knowledge you do not know with chaos. Oh, fuck. I looked down to my body. I had been bandaged up enough to look like a mummy. But I'm alive. Hey, you're up. Hey, Yui. Where are we? We are on the boat. We are miles away from the island by now. That's a relief. Everyone's okay. I will let you be the judge of that. Yui went off, then came back a few moments later. You had us worried, Kay. I'm so glad to see you are. I'm so glad to see you are all right. You didn't make it easy to save you either. Oh, and if you find yourself craving brains or bananas, that's entirely unrelated to how I treated you. I'm just thankful it worked. It's so good to see you safe and sound, Kay. If you died after all we've been through, I would kill you. But I'm really happy that you are here for me to say that too. You did great, Kay. The Resistance could use somebody like you. Please don't. Besides, it doesn't look like you have a real job anymore, huh? Thanks, God. Thanks, guys. You really stuck out your neck to save Cat and I could never thank you enough. I have the feeling they will look sad now. It's what you would do for us, Kay. Indeed, we ran after you too, just moments after you had left. You ran quite slowly. There was no point in us escaping if it wasn't with you, Kay. Yeah, I know that. I know Cat said not to, but hey. I didn't remember that at the time, so it's all good. We managed to save the Brothers 5 too. I couldn't just let them be stranded after, well, all that we've been through together. I'm glad to hear that. There's no way we could have escaped without them. I nervously looked around the room. Is Cat... Oh, they are smiling, that's good. Cat's doing well too. She's resting in the room next door. Oh, Yui. She didn't think you wanted to see her. I see. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know, Yui. I should be thanking you. None of us would have made it off the island if it wasn't for you and Cat. It's true, despite whatever you may hear Terra say. I'm just saying I have a pretty mean right hook. It's so good to see you all. I have got no idea what the world ahead has for each of us, but whatever it has in store, we'll face it together. You bet! I'm surprised you can say that with a straight face, but yes. I wouldn't have it any other way. I could really use you as a PR person for the Resistance, Kay. You have got a thing for speeches. Wait a minute, if everyone's here and Cat's next door, who's driving the boat? Everyone looks at Terra. And that's a serious exit for the Terabyte. She ran off like a cartoon character. We laughed together. It felt like it's been so long since we could just laugh. No cameras, no fear. Just friends fooling around. Anyway, it's so good to see you're okay. That said, team, we need to give Kay some time to rest. Once again, I'm not trying to quarantine you because we didn't use a zombie virus' unique properties to save you. Thanks, Scarlet. And thank you everybody for coming to see me. Don't mention it. We are all in this together and all that, right? See you later, Kay. Alright. Enough with the... Jeez. Get out before Kay before Kay needs rest? Yes. Yeah. And with that, I was alone. Phew, I thought they'd never leave. Is that one of those nurses situation? Because you are not dressed like that. Hey Scarlet, what's up? Nothing, I just... She was hiding a syringe behind her back. Nothing about syringes, but I want to know what you are trying to do with that syringe. Please. Before you do it. Need to give you a shot for... Good luck. Are you sure? Right. For good luck. I put my arm out forward. Well, the doctor knows best. I'm not a doctor. She injected the good luck into my arm. I just wanted to say thanks again. My life went off the rails back at the island even before the show. That's putting it lightly. She laughed. I know, if I stayed there, I never would have been truly happy for the rest of my life. I never would have been able to help people ever again. So, thank you again, Kay. You have been out, so there's no way you'd know, but today's the day that would have been the last day of the show. The final ceremony where you asked one of the girls to be with you. Oh. Will we have one of those pictures with like sunset in the background and we are on the boat holding each other romantically and we are drifting into the far ocean? Easy. Today's the day, yeah. No, I'm not saying anyone's rushing for a proposal, but I think everyone wants to hear an answer from you. That kind of decision takes some time to think over, so I figured you'd need a little space. Thanks, Scarlet. You are right. It's my pleasure. She kissed me on the cheek. Well, I will see you later. See you, Scarlet. And then I was alone in the room. It's a tough choice, but it's one I know I have to make. You don't have to make it. You are out of the story, so you can get to know them all over the next 100 years if you want to. Well, not 100, like as long as you live. You can get to know them. They are all such incredible people. I would be lucky to be with any of them. Anyone would. I sat in silence for a time, but resting and contemplating what to do. Both resting and contemplating what to do. Is it a life of excitement with Ellie? A life of rediscovery with Scarlet? A life enjoying the simple things with Yuri? A life challenging our limits with Violet? A life of freedom with Terra? And then I just knew. I got up from the bed. I walked to the door of my room and looked for the room next to mine. There. I looked through the window and I just knew. I opened the door. Hey. Hey, Kate. You look like hell. You don't look much better. I'm surprised your face is intact. It survived a lot now, hasn't it? Yeah. You know, the girls are hoping you will ask one of them out today. They will get the wrong idea if they see you here. I came here for you, Kat. And only you. You have been there for me from even before I can remember meeting you. And I know that there's so much we have to figure out and so much we don't know in this world. But I know I want to face that world with you. Kat. Oh. Tears were streaming down her face. I didn't want to hope for it. I walked next to her and got down on one knee. I tried so hard to convince myself that I would never happen. Somehow her sentences are not for me. I tried so hard to convince myself that it would never happen because it was too painful to even hope. I don't have a ring or anything, but I'm sure I can get one later. You don't need a ring. Will you marry me? Yes. Yes, yes. I love you, Kat. I love you too, Kay. More than you could ever know. Wherever life takes you is where I will go. We held each other close and kissed for the first time in years. Memories flooded back with each passion, each passing moment. The day we met, our first kiss, fights in the rain, making up, the joy of just being with the person you love. The day I proposed to her the first time, and now today. And I'm sure there's many more to come. That would be difficult if we proposed to somebody else. Here's to make new memories together, Kat. I love you. Oh. Thanks for playing. Oh, no after story and no... Well, okay. I would have loved an after story, but okay. And with that, we finished Find Love or Die Trying. It was quite a long game, but it had so many twists and turns that it was fine. Like, you were invaded in that, captured by this world we are living in, even though you do not understand everything necessarily. Like, I still don't understand why the show, like, there was a war apparently, and this show is to push down the people to be more obedient to the government, I guess. I still cannot really understand that kind of storyline, but I mean, it's a good background story. It is a background story, so I will not play the other girls. Like, I will not give you a full view of what happens if you choose another girl. But maybe you will try out for yourself. And we will see us. Until the next time. Bye!